Hi, everybody. This is Sharon, and today is February 1st. Happy February. Um, it's a gorgeous day here in Los Angeles, California. The birds are chirping, the sun is shining, and I know that's not true for everybody, so I hope you're all staying warm wherever you are. Um, Today, February 1st. February by name is the Ace of Clubs. You know, names hold a powerful vibration. That's why when I do relocation or business analysis for people, and I use astrocartography, but I also use the cards, which seem to have more influence, the vibration and the frequency of the name than, the astrocartography is definitely an influence. The cards, a little stronger. It's pretty interesting. I've been doing this for 25 years, so um, it's very interesting. So February is the Ace of Clubs, the curious uh, Ace of Clubs. This card is driven by the desire to know, the desire to communicate, the desire to figure things out. You know, it's really a very powerful influence in all aspects of the mental realm, which is what the clubs represent, right? Today is the Jack of Spades Day. On the high side, this card is the spiritual initiate. On the low side, he can be very deceptive. He can be a thief. I remember when I first, God, it's been 25 years. When I, 25 years ago, when I first made my first greeting card line, um, Tom Kenyon, who was a friend of mine, was doing a workshop and he said, "Bring your cards, come to my workshop." So I did. And one woman bought 33 cards, which I thought was auspicious. And one of the cards she bought was a Jack of Spades. And she called me a couple of months after that event and told me that her son at the time was in jail. And he was a Jack of Spades. And he was in jail for robbery. And she had framed the card and put it by his bed. And he came home, and, the next morning, or whenever he saw it, he read it, and he came out to her and with the card in his hand and said, "Now do you understand why I am the way I am?" And that was a wild story to hear, especially when I first made those cards. But this is the card. It's a powerful card of spiritual initiation. You know, Uranus is the higher mind and the collective. And Mars just over here. This is the Uranus card in the Mars line. And the Ten of Clubs, the card of the teacher and the healer, is the soul card, and the Seven of Clubs is the spirit card. That's a card of spiritual knowledge, refinement of mental energy. These are powerful, powerful cards. And then the planetary ruling card today is the Eight of Spades, who has the crown of the of the mental realm as the spirit card, and the soul card is the messenger, the Six of Clubs, one of the most intuitive cards in the deck, although they doubt themselves a lot. These are powerful influences with a mutual Mercury connection here, because we're in Gemini. I mean, I'm all over the place. We're in Aquarius, And the Uranus card is planetary ruler. So very often, they're in this position with each other, or these positions. This is a, these are two very, very powerful cards. Let me put them together and see what we get. We get the Six of Spades, the card of fate, which is also the card of the dreamer. Sorry, I just took a sip of my coffee. So the dreamer, that's what I think of as this card, the Six of Spades. Whoops, it often taps us on the shoulder. And when you get the feeling that something's calling you, but you don't know what it is, it's often the Six of Spades. It's calling, because it's a powerful card that guides us, that pulls us toward our destiny. Anyway, most things, and I didn't look at the moon. I don't know if the moon is void or not, so you can check that out. But if you want to initiate something and the moon is direct in a constellation, this is an amazing day to do that. Today and tomorrow. We're going to jump over the 3rd. I'm not, but... And then again on the 4th. These are powerful, powerful days that we have. We're in the spade suit again for a little over a week, almost 2 weeks. So spades like to work. They like to establish. They like to, build. So this is a good time for that. And let your curiosity lead the way. Okay, my darlings, I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you live, we all need to live in our hearts right now and not in the news. It's much healthier for us to live in our hearts and care about one another, because I believe that's the master test for humanity, which isn't going well, but it can go well, and we do care, and most of us do care, and I don't know, have you ever watched the movie A Bug's Life? I watched it with my kids when it first came out. It's a really good movie. It's a very good movie. Anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. Ciao, ciao.